it up, Timmy. Let's talk some watches.
Let's go. Valentine's weekend, Timmy. Valentine's weekend. Flowers for the roommate.
Just waste of money, don't you think?
Yeah, it smells nice though for 3 days.
I think if I get her flowers, she'll leave me. You know how women are.
Yeah, that's exactly right. You gotta abuse them. Then they'll love you more.
But think about it. You gave the world to your ex-wife, and what did she do?
She left me.
Forced you, and like took all the money.
Took the money and ran.
That's bullshit.
Found another guy that she's gonna do the same thing for. Right? You know?
Yeah. No. She's gonna do it to the guy if he shows any affection to her.
Once an alcoholic, always an alcoholic. Once a drug addict, always a drug addict. Once a drifter, always a drifter.
Especially the grifting part.
Yeah.
Let's get the grift on up on here. Guys, welcome to the show. Big shout out to the chatterbox. Hope you guys are doing well. I'm gonna drop a link in the chat. If anybody wants to hop on and help me grift so we can keep this independent wristwatch journalism going.
The hipster from New York.
It's hard. You know what? Like, other people sell merch. You know what my product is?
What? What's your product?
It's the truth.
Yeah, that's exactly right. You tell the truth. You give the truth. You tell.
I got no other agenda.
No agenda. None. None. Oh, we got my favorite person on here. Hold on.
Let's get our favorite panelist on here. Red Shovel.
The shovel is back.
Back for 2 nights in a row. Jeez.
Yeah, we like it.
Back to back. Yesterday was kind of a spicy episode, but it's good to have you back today to talk some serious wristwatch news.
I would never imagine, never in a million years that the BJ watch was going to be that controversial. Never.
Well, it's politics. You know what it is. Politics. There's marketing, money. It's simping.
I think he's wrecking. I think he's wrecking his reputation on that watch.
Dude, this is what it's for. This is why people build up that type of a big reputation in order to then
he's pivoting,
make money.
He's just pivoting. We're like, what's his channel starting? Like, is the interest starting to fade on people doing these watch reviews online? He maybe has to change the channel up. Maybe he can't go back and do the watch reviews anymore. So maybe this is part of his plan.
No, there is no money in watch reviews.
No,
he's got a kid. He's got a family. He needs to bring in, and he lives in London. That's London or UK. That's expensive.
It's expensive. Like where you are, Red. It's expensive. So it's sort of the same sort of gig. It's same sort of gig. The thing is, with Red, he doesn't have AI can never replace Red Shovel. Okay, AI will never replace Red Shovel. All right, his job, himself, anything like that.
Oh yeah.
Timmy can be replaced by AI. You can get like an AI person to give commentary for watches. It won't be as spicy. But I think AI is going to be the future. What was it, 2 weeks ago when Mickey was in Las Vegas? They had this, what was it, the sex show? I thought Mickey was representing the sex show in Las Vegas. It was 70% dolls, Timmy. AI dolls.
That's the future.
It is.
Why is it okay when a woman gets a vibrator, but when a guy gets a sex doll with with an AI engine to talk back to him, and with like a ultra realistic, private parts and lubrication
You
system and
seem to know a
everything.
lot about these,
That's
Tim.
creepy.
You seem you
Yeah.
seem to know like a lot about these, Tim. This is weird.
I don't know. I think next year though, I think I'm going to go to that show. Okay.
There
It's
is
just,
a
it's
there is
cheaper.
a
It's
show.
cheaper than what I've got right now. She's right next to me, so she's just slapping me. It's cheaper than what I've got right now. That's for sure.
There is there's watch events, right? And then
Yeah.
there's events for OnlyFans models. And it's like a big exhibition. They've got, you know, influencers uh in spicy content. They've got merch. You know how we sell straps? Well, I don't sell straps, but you know how YouTubers sell straps? In the same way, these porn stars, they sell
They sell
uh
strap-ons.
they sell strap-ons,
Hey, I gotta
exactly.
say, it's
They
huge.
got merch.
It, it's
They got
it's hu-
collabs as well. They got like whatever the latest hottest OnlyFans model. She'll be doing a collab with whatever the Rolex of dildo world is, and they'll put
no,
her name on it, and it's like a BJ whatever dildo.
yeah.
We
It's
gotta
a
watch.
limited edition, of course.
Yeah, yeah.
So, and anyway, Red, always good to see you, and I'm glad you're back, and you're back better than ever. Okay, you're back better than ever. So it's this
Well,
you're done.
I'm back anyway. Back anyway.
Well, you're
Yeah, the
back and better than ever. Okay.
few weird messages last night from people. A few weird messages last night from people. Look, this is the bottom line, right? I was asked some questions. It's really none. It's really none of anyone's business, right? Okay. Some people have asked me like some questions. All right. I'm not going to go into things like that.
Yeah,
What I
you don't
would
want
say
to
to you
go.
too, there are some. Yeah, there's a couple of genuine people on there. They're asking like how I am and that. Right. Okay. That's a different sort of question, right? And the answer is I haven't been great because not to get too far into things, I was down a certain road. There had been lots of plans made, and what happened was not my decision, and it came very suddenly. So no, I haven't been great for the past, but now like month or so. But like the whole things have ended very suddenly, and it wasn't my decision. So
Well,
I'm
I
not going
gotta
to say
say
much
it.
more
It's
than that.
I gotta tell you, Red, what I've learned in life, and it's really, really. I mean, you've been. She's a wonderful person. Okay, but you were dating her, and I had three girls, one way or the other, either left or I left. And basically, women are like light switches. All of a sudden, they can just shut off and they can just walk. And you just can't understand rationale, okay, on stuff like that. They just, they're total like a light switch. And you just don't know. I mean, it's your turn this time. And then even tomorrow, it may not be your turn. That's all I've got to say on this one. And that's how I look at a lot of these relationships, especially with social media now. Social media has made it where everyone's a 10. Everyone can find, happiness. They always, Instagram. My daughter is posting stuff on Instagram, and they're competing on lunch, breakfast, and dinner on Instagram. And I think that stuff like that just makes you makes you eventually can get depressed, because if you see someone of your friends doing something that you're not, you become like either envious or depressed. I think social media in a lot of ways has fucked up like society big time. So you know what? It happens, unfortunately, to the best of us. She's a wonderful person. She appears to be. I've never met her. You know, you just have to like push off. That's all I've got to say. You just got to push off.
Yeah, it's it's difficult when there was lots of we were very far down a certain road, and like when somebody just somebody turns around, you don't quite know what to believe anymore, or what, you start to doubt things, that had maybe been said to you. So that's all I'm going to say about that. So yeah.
All right.
Anyway,
Well, no,
so
we get it. We get it.
oh,
Everything else is private.
and by the
Everything
way,
else is
for the
everything's.
person that wants to give me a constant, someone's obviously noticed that she's blocked me on Instagram, right? For the person who wants to keep on sending me every post that she makes, don't bother. I'm not even looking at them. Right? Don't bother sending me like what she's posting. Okay, and like, and saying, oh, she's got to view you quick and is out having like a good time. I don't care, right? Just stop sending me the stuff. I don't really care.
Yeah. Let me ask
Yeah.
you: have you ever blocked anyone from Instagram or from any social media?
I ever
Have you
blocked
ever?
anyone?
Because I have never, and it bothers the fuck
I
out of
don't.
me when someone blocks me. It bothers the
I
fuck
don't
out of me.
think. I don't think I have. No, I think.
Okay.
I think the only person to block me before was, I know Paul Thorpe did. So he did. Thorpe did.
Well, okay, I can understand that, but you didn't block Paul Thorpe.
No, and who else? Oh, BQ watches as well. BQ watches. Remember they done it as well. Look at that stage. I
I'm
think we
blocked by
were. Remember
Paul
we were.
Thorpe,
You
BQ,
know, you
Uh,
know, I, I've got, I've
Phillips,
got, I've got like 100. I've got like 100. I know, say
Roman Sharp
15.
blocked me.
A bunch of chicks have blocked me, and I don't get it to this day. It's not like I'm calling them or anything. They just have blocked me, and it's not like I've got like two other phone numbers because I've got two phones. So I mean, I have two different phones. I have a personal line and a phone, and I've got a business phone. So I mean, it's like, come on, dude. I mean, this is not high school. So I always look at that as like total BS. So especially with chicks too, it's like, you're not. There's a million of them. Red. There's just a million of them out there. That's all I've got to say. What social media has made all these women into tents, and the problem is that there's like maybe two of them in the whole world that are tents. I mean, there. It's so hard to find a unicorn. It's pathetic. So now you just have to push off. You'll find someone. You're. If I was a chick, I would date you. Okay. If I was a hot chick, I would date you. Okay. I mean, you've got a great job. Supposedly, Irish guys are really hot. I mean, I don't know that per se, but Irish
Golden
guys are
Ireland.
hot. You got a gold dancer. Okay, you got a gold dancer. That's
How many
all.
guys have that?
And you had a Porsche. I'm not into Teslas are fine, but you
I'm
had a.
I'm buying another
Okay.
Porsche. I'm buying another Porsche. So
Yeah,
I'm getting
well,
a, I'm
it's
I'm
funny.
getting a
It's funny.
Porsche.
We can talk about that too. But anyway, that's all I've got to say on that. Okay.
The
By
Porsche
the way,
is,
we
it's coming back. It's coming back. Uh,
got a
It's
super
coming
chat
back
from
because
Speedy Hernandez. $5. I'm only gonna say this once, but wise words from Tim G. Credit where credit is due. That's very
Speedy, believe it or not, I really do like you. So it's all good. Someday when I'm in Waikiki, I do want to meet you. Okay. And Waikiki is going to be November Thanksgiving of this year. I'm going for Thanksgiving. So anyway, that's all. That's all I've got to say.
very cool. Double D says I've blocked Tim Wright about 47 times so far. Just can't quit him.
Of course,
it's
of course.
it's like a drug. It's like a drug. Jeez.
Is I had to block. I'm blocked by tons of people, and I had to block all kinds of trolls. It's just the problem is just that a lot of people they use social media, but they play some kind of a character, and they just waste time. It just fills up. I've got I'm doing this social media thing for a job, for a purpose, for education, for news, for like a social club, and unfortunately, there's a lot of people who want to undermine my efforts. So this is like there's a lot
Someone,
of distractions.
Timmy,
Red shovel.
Timmy, you mean someone wants to undermine you? No, I can't
No,
believe it. Nah, who would ever want to undermine you? I mean, the AI, these CNN streams and all these other people that just put you down the whole time. Who in the fuck would ever want to do that? And Red, the same sort of gig, because you're tied to Timmy. Same sort of gig. I mean, who in the fuck would ever want to undermine Tim Wright?
and like relationships in age of social media are so tricky because whenever somebody has something good and you show it, you know, like I post like watches and different stuff on my, for example, Instagram for kind of educational purposes. Not to just like flex, you know, like yeah, I do post watches and it could be interpreted as maybe even like flexing. It just depends on, you know, who's looking, you know, at the end of the day. And it crossed my mind, but you know, uh there's all kinds of characters, and sometimes when you have something good going for you, there's just, you know, there's just vicious people out there. They got nothing better to do, you know, they're on their lunch break, and they they could message, you know, other people, and especially if you're in the social media, you know, and you do it and you have a, like a relationship, like a love relationship, you know, a lot of people, it's very tough, you know, right now. Gen Z is completely screwed. I think like,
Fucked.
yeah, a third of
Fuck.
the guys from the or like Gen X or whatever, they're they're completely screwed. They never
People ask some
dated a
weird
girl.
questions. Like people ask, like some weird questions, like, just like off the bat, like, and you don't know
Yeah,
whether they're
no
actually
filter.
trying to be funny or sick, or whether they're actually serious in that they want to know that piece of information, or that they feel as if they need to know that. Like it's weird.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah,
Like it's
it's
bizarre.
everybody's
Like it's
radicalized.
bizarre.
There is no boundaries. You know, people feel like they can ask anything and everything, right?
Yeah.
And they have like,
Like,
and they feel like they have the
that's,
right to know. It's
yeah.
yeah,
But
yeah,
like it's
it's very
bizarre. Like,
strange stuff.
questions about like, how you feeling, how you like that's that to me is like a normal question that you might ask someone, not about, you know, weird shit. Like, fuck me dead. Honest to God. But anyway,
Yeah.
Well,
bizarre.
so Red, you said you had plans. You made all these plans. Okay, where are we going then? Where are we going? Are we going any place high? Are you going back to Miami? Are you going to like Montreal, or are you going to
Oh, the
Paris?
plans? No, no. I literally had we literally had like a whole couple of months of so, like trips like planned out. There was other things as well that were in the mix, and a lot of sort of personal changes as well, all of which are now fucked. So I'm having to sort of step back from that and have a look. One of the things was that, I didn't want to have the other car like about me like at the time, and I wanted the money like for something else, but I'm just gonna go fuck it now. I'm just gonna go and buy another Porsche.
Good for you. Yeah, you know
Nice.
what? You
Yeah.
deserve it. Why not? Fuck it. You know.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Are
I
you gonna
know.
keep the Tesla, or are you gonna get rid of it?
Um it's sort of like a business car, so I might have I'll probably just keep it, but I'm just gonna
Mhm.
get I want turbo or GTS. That's what I want. So that's what I want to buy. A GTS or a turbo
Leave it. Leave it.
Macan.
I got to tell you that the Cayenne GTSs, I'm reading up on it, and the secondhand models, I mean, they drop the minute you go out the door. I don't quite understand. They're 200 grand to begin with, which is ridiculous in the United States.
There no I don't actually want a Cayenne. I want a Macan. I want the slightly smaller one because it
Yeah,
actually
okay, it
handles
makes
way
sense. It
better.
makes sense. Yeah,
And I
okay.
don't need to and I don't need to carry like loads of stuff or loads of people all the time. So but that's when I had that Macan Turbo for a short time, that was the best car that I've ever had. And then I got the Cayenne, which is it's a bigger car.
Exactly,
Um,
exactly.
but but it doesn't handle as well. Plus, the one I had was the lower horsepower one. So I would definitely want either the turbo one or the GTS, which I think is about 440 brake horsepower. So that's plenty
Yeah,
like for me.
sweet. What do they go for in Ireland? Just for curiosity.
It's
100?
about depending on what year and spec you go. I wouldn't buy a brand new one because you get caned. Porsche options are just a joke now, like so they are.
Yeah,
It's trying to find one. It's trying to find a CPO one from a Porsche dealer, that's fairly new, that has all the options that you want. So you're probably, 80, $90,000, like at least,
okay.
try
That's
and get
oh yeah,
something like that.
got it. And you do want the CPO program. You definitely want this
Yeah,
with Porsches.
yeah,
You definitely do.
because you
Yeah,
get the warranty, or it might still be in manufacturer's warranty anyway. But I'm very, very specific. It has to have the sports chrono pack. It has to have a sports exhaust. It has to have air suspension. It has to have either Bose or Burmeister. It has to have the Porsche crest in the headrest. I just can't live without that. It has to have
so
that.
let me ask you:
Um,
do you own those or do you lease them?
you have to buy that one. You have
Okay.
to buy that one, but you
With the
couldn't really lease
CPO,
that one. But
with the CPO, I don't know how it works in the United States. So the CPO you have to buy them in Ireland. I don't know if it's right or
you would either have to buy it. You'd either have to go in, like and pay for it on your debit card, or else you can do what they call here a PCP, which is basically where you put down a deposit. Normally, let's say like twenty thousand
10%,
dollars, right? And
20,000. Okay,
and then
20%.
and then and then and then there's like a balloon sort of payment at the end, and then you basically pay the difference, over months then, so that, so instead of maybe paying, I don't know, like $2,000, like a month, like for the car on finance, you would pay maybe like $1,000 like instead. But at the end of the 3 or 4 year period, you either have to pay, the final payment off, like which is the balloon payment, or you hand the car back. So
Makes sense.
that's how
Makes sense.
most people here like buy cars. That's how most people here like buy cars.
Okay.
Very
All
few
right.
people actually go in, like and just buy them.
No, it makes sense.
Even
Okay.
if they have the money, because it makes getting rid of the car at the end very easy. Because if you just want to keep it, like for 3 years or 4 years or 5 years, tends to be like 3 or 4 years here. You can just at the end of the 3 year period, you just hand the car back and you don't own it. It's easy, to get rid of it then. You're not trying to trade it in, you're not trying to sell it, you just give
Makes
it back
sense.
and
Makes
and you
sense.
start again.
All right.
Okay,
Well,
so you've junked your deposit, like you've generally speaking, like junked your deposit, obviously, and you've been paying these monthly payments. Sometimes depending on the car, there are some cars where you can sort of like come out like a little bit ahead, maybe like $5,000-10,000 ahead, and you can use that then as a deposit on your next sort of deal. But they tend to get the sort of like balloon, the guaranteed future value, as they call it here. They tend to get that fairly spot on like nowadays, like so they do.
yeah, they're good looking cars. There's no doubt about it. They're terrific cars. They're quick as hell too.
It's beautiful. Is it the all in house, like the engine and everything? Because I know
Yeah.
some of these other like what's that called? Lamborghini, like they use Audi engine or something like that, and
Well, it's
the
basically all the
mechanics
same
all in
group
house.
anyway. It's all Volkswagen Group. Like even Porsche, like is Volkswagen Group. They
Really?
share like some of the same. Yeah,
It's the same
yeah. They
platform and
share some
everything
of the
else
same
as
stuff.
as people think as my Volkswagen Jetta. It's the same platform.
Would you go new or used, or like used?
Well,
He
it's
said
going
he'd
to
buy
be, yeah,
he'd
CPO,
buy used
CPO.
CPO.
CPO, and this is obviously the petrol mechanic. I don't want the new electric one. I'm not going down the electric route again. It's
I think
it's
personally
actually
I think electric's dead. I think in
the
the United
electric
States,
was I drove the 4S version, the new Macan 4S electric one, and it's a fantastic car. Right? The only thing about it is that the electric cars here are an inconvenience in the winter. You have to charge them too often,
yeah, well, that's the
and there's
problem.
not enough charge points about it. It's
Yeah,
just
that's the problem. And the other problem is you got to sit there forever. And like I'm in Wyoming, where like one town to another is like 100 and something miles. There's no fucking way I'd ever buy an electric car
no.
in the middle of the middle of the United States, or even when I'm in like the Northeast and I have to drive to Tennessee, which I love driving with my dog. It's just so stupid to have an electric car, because you're sitting there like playing. People are sitting there playing with their phones for like an hour, 45 minutes, instead of just gassing up and going. So it's stupid.
Yeah.
I think they're just not there. It's just not there yet. It's just not there.
But
I
it's
mean,
not even the time that you're waiting for it to charge. Like the last time there, that I had to charge the Tesla, I arrived at the Tesla supercharger with 4%, right? And there was a queue at the superchargers, and I went, for fuck's sake. So you're waiting. I had to wait for 40 minutes until I could actually get onto a charger to actually charge. I waited 40 minutes to start charging, and then I was there for another 30 minutes then charging. And this is the thing. There was a message came up on the screen to say that we are only going to let you charge to 80%. And after that, you're going to be charged 50p a minute extra if you sit there as a congestion fee. So they're basically telling you like to fuck off like after like a certain amount of
Well,
charging
that's
now,
even more
because there's a
douche.
queue.
It's like it's in how have to travel. It's just a total inconvenience. It's a total. And the other thing is, like you said, in the cold, you can only charge the battery. It goes up to only like 80% efficiency. It's like
It's crap, and plus
Yeah.
they're down to, they say Tesla sort of claim that in the winter months, that it maybe gets 10% like less efficiency. Bollocks. It's about more like 30%, maybe
that's
pushing
exactly
40.
correct.
If you're going to that car and you're turning on like the heated seats or fucking air conditioning, all the things that you would put on in a normal car, the battery just goes like that. And like when you're driving normally in the winter, the range just goes like that, and I'm charging non-stop now on it, and it's just too inconvenient. It's just too
No, I
inconvenient.
agree. I agree. It's not there yet. It's just not there yet.
It's
The
a
government,
brilliant car. It's an
yeah.
absolutely like brilliant car. Like it goes like the clappers. That Tesla handles well. Like I'm amazed how smooth it is, how good it is in many ways, but it's just too inconvenient. Too inconvenient now.
It looks beautiful, but apparently it's it's still using the old, the new 2026 Macan is still using the old platform. The new one is coming in 2028. So you might I
But the
think
new
CPO
one's
might
going to
be a
be
good
all
idea.
electric, Tim. The
No, I
new
think there's
one,
a next gen successor to the combustion engine is in
I think
all
they're.
right, okay.
I think they're going to be slowly changing over. I think a lot of these car companies have been hurt because of what's been going on. The government's pressure to make everyone go electric, and it's just not there yet. But
I think Porsche
yeah.
already have ready the electric Macan, or sorry, the electric Cayman, like which is the sports car. I think that's
Yeah.
ready to go, but they won't launch it because they know it's going to be a complete fuck up. Nobody wants it, and more and
No,
more
that's
people are
exactly right.
realizing that the network in the UK isn't there. We don't have the infrastructure here like for these electric cars. That's just it. And even this is the thing that I fucking learned in Northern Ireland too. I got the electricity bill in there about about 6 months ago, like when these electric cars were being plugged into the house here, and I went, holy fuck. The bill had shot up like mad, more than I'd ever thought it
Yeah.
would.
Well, that's
And I
funny.
found that
Yeah.
and I found out that in Northern Ireland, we actually get charged you should really charge these cars at night when you're on a cheaper tariff, but you have to get the electricity company to come out and to change your whole meter setup so that you have a cheaper night tariff for your power. But people in Northern Ireland get charged twice as much as people in England, Scotland, and Wales for their nighttime electric. So I just despaired at that. I just said, like, it'll going on this cheaper tariff, like, will make it like a bit better, but it's still way more, than still
Do you
way
have
more,
solar
than it was,
panels?
before.
Do you have solar
No,
panels
I
on
don't
your
have any
house?
solar. I don't have any
Have
solar
you
panels. No,
considered,
no.
or is it not
Timmy,
frustrating?
I've got,
'Cause you could make money on it.
It it's actually not a bad idea. One of the neighbors actually has their roof done like on solar panels, and I think it works pretty good. The big thing with solar panels is you have to be really careful. Only wired as such into the electrics, never wired into the plumbing system. Never wired into your plumbing system. Always just have it feeding into the electric. Don't try and get smart and heat water with it, like, or anything like that. Don't do that.
Mm.
Timmy, whenever you come up the one house in Massachusetts in 2006, when I built it, it was one of the first thermal energy homes in Massachusetts. And
Thermal energy.
thermal energy. So basically, it's dug down in a hole, and by about, I don't know how deep it is, and the infrastructure alone was like 200 grand at that time. Now but the problem is that not that many people know how to fix the heat or the air conditioning. I don't use air conditioning because I hate it. But the whole house is air conditioned, and I don't really need it because I'm right near the ocean, so the ocean cools everything down. But the problem is that not that many people know how to fix the thermal energy, and now the technology is old because it's 2006. So last year, I had 3 quotes, and they wanted which I'm not doing. They wanted like 400 grand to redo the system of the house, and it has to be like torn apart.
Disaster.
So it's a disaster. It's a disaster, and I plan on keeping this house for.
We'll be back to burning wood for heat in
exactly
in no
correct.
time.
Exactly
Because
correct.
at least it's like it's clean and
Exactly.
recyclable. You can
But it
always
was
grow
the
more
first.
trees.
I mean, I got no credit for it. It was the first thermal energy house in the state of Massachusetts. One of the first. It was top, like maybe 5th. And the thing is that the technology is not even there. Have I saved money? Absolutely. It's like a $300 bill on it, like a 7,000 square foot house. So I don't know what that is in meters, but it's a 7,000 square foot house. But the problem is that the fixing of it is a huge issue now because it's over like 20 or 30 years old, 25 years old. So it's a pain in the neck.
It's particularly very, very skilled labor required to fix something like that.
Ridiculous labor. Ridiculous.
Let me just get some of these chats here for us to address. James William Campbell, thank you so much for $7 super chat. Hello, gents. What an amazing show and panel last night with Tim, Mr. Tim G, Red, Brenny, and Mr. Lewis. The discussion was great on the Christopher Ward and art. Thank you so much. Nelson Oliveira says he charges at home for $20 a month. It's cheap.
Yeah, it is cheap. And by the way, thank you for your super chat, James William Campbell. Very nice.
Appreciate that. David A says Porsche CPO is great. Had a Taycan GTS, fun, but prefer mechanical engines. Too inconvenient, even in the Metroplex.
I would agree.
I could see if you could like charge it daily at home, and you have your own like solar panels. This is a lot of.
But even charging at home, Tim, even charging at home. See if you have an electric car and you're maybe only doing sort of like relatively short journeys, maybe 20-30 miles a day, right? And you're coming to and from work, let's say, and you're doing that and you're plugging that in, like at night. That's fine. That's brilliant. That will work for that will work for people. Do you see if you, for instance, see if I arrive home now, maybe in the evening time, and I'm down like the 10% power, right? I'll I'll plug the car into the charger, right? And it's now set so that it doesn't start charging the car until 1 o'clock in the morning until the cheap electric right comes on. And then
Mhm.
and then it switches off again at around like 6 or 7, depending on depending on like which month of the year it is. That
Mhm.
car, if it starts off at 10%, will not be fully charged by that time in the morning because it takes maybe 10, 11 hours on the 7 kilowatt charger. So it's so inconvenient,
Ah,
and
you need a special. You
I
need a
remember
special
the
charger.
days too that when you were maybe running down through England on an electric car, you could stop at one of those chargers and they would maybe charge you to go from maybe like 20% to 80%. It might charge you 6 or 7 quid on the charger. That's now 60 or £70 per
Oh.
charge. It's nearly as cheap, or if not cheaper, and less inconvenience to actually you could run like a V12, like fucking a Ferrari cheaper than actually
They
charging
price
an
creeped
electric
it.
car.
I know. Chris from Vegas. He had the old model Tesla, and when they were selling those, the first generation of those Teslas, they came with lifetime charging for free.
You see, that's good. That's good.
That that is really good, but it's like it's really outdated by now. You know, all the tech inside is old, and those are actually really valuable because I think they you might be able to transfer the ownership with that lifetime charging over to other people, but
Yeah,
that's no
some of the
longer.
taxi drivers here, some of the
Yeah.
taxi drivers here still have the older Teslas because they got such a good deal on the
Hmm.
charging. Using the Tesla superchargers, but it's still too inconvenient. He says you take 6 hours. Well, what takes 6 hours? Like it depends
To
what car
charge, yeah.
that you're charging it. You could be charging like a small electric. I'm super many. Yes, and it'll take 6 hours. But my car takes more. If it's down low, my car takes about 9 to 10 hours to charge up to like 100%. And if I need to do a long journey, let's say the next morning down to Dublin Airport, me arriving in with the car, like at 10%, plugging it in on the cheap electric for like I'm 6 hours, it's not going to be charged up enough to make that journey down to Dublin and then back again
How
without
far
me
is that? How
stopping
far?
somewhere
How far?
and
How far is
charging.
that? How far is that?
Dublin's about from where I am, it's about 100 or it's about 105 miles.
Okay.
So you've got to do, and my car claims to do like 300 like in 20 miles like in one charge. It doesn't. It does about maybe 220. So but in the winter that's reduced if you're using like like things like heated seats, like the heaters on. It's
What
all
is
coming out.
that?
It's more maybe like 150, like 180. Like it's and if you drive it fast, I like like firing down the road, it just doesn't do.
Like to have some fun. I mean, that's what it's for. If you wanted something slow, you would get RAV4 or something like
They
that.
they they call they call they call that with electric cars range anxiety because at
Yeah.
the end of when you're down to almost empty on the electric charge, then you have total anxiety to figure out where you have to charge and how long you have to charge and everything else. And
By the way,
that's the
by
other
the way,
thing.
speaking of taxi drivers, the Watch Apprentice wanted me to play this video for you, Red. Let's see. Let's watch it. What's
Okay.
going on here?
Nice jag.
He's got a jag. He's got a
Nice.
jag.
Nice
Oh,
jag.
oh!
Oh, it's a
There it is.
Got the Fendi
fancy
bag
bag.
in the
Fucking
back.
hell.
Very
Jeez.
nice. Oh, this
Very
is
nice.
That's a nice
SUV as
jag, that.
well, right? 5-seater.
Good looking. Good looking car.
Yeah.
Jag.
Oh, very nice infotainment, big screen.
TWA, that's awesome.
Yeah, I don't know about the cream interior because
I
I
like
know.
that.
I wouldn't like to
dirty.
do. I wouldn't like to
But
do I wouldn't like to do like a big fart like in them seats because that would be something that would stain easy. Them seats.
you're
All you have
not
to do
gonna
like
be
is look at them
allowed.
You
You're
seats.
don't you don't
not
want you
allowed
don't
They'll
want
in.
a dog.
stain.
You don't want a dog in there, but it's no, it's fine. I can see TWA like keeping that impeccable inside.
Premium. Yeah, and he knows how to take care of
Anyone
a
with
car.
blue jeans, like they're gonna stay in that. So they are, they're gonna stay in that.
uh,
Hell yeah.
you gotta use that back seat for something.
Cheese fame. $2 super chat. Tim, would you ever sell 5 to 6 pieces and buy a gold watch? 100%.
Oh, flipping, we're
If
still
it
in
was
this.
easy,
Jesus.
I would do it right now.
I think you need to sell all your watches except for like 4, and then go to the AP store with your roommate and say, my roommate and I want a watch. That's what I think you
Yeah.
should.
It's so difficult to sell watches and buy watches. It's such a fucking pain in the ass.
You just have
It's
to do
not.
it. You just have to
You
do
just
it.
gotta do it. You just
You
gotta
just
do it.
have to
Just
Gotta
do
do
it.
it. Just gotta
You just
pull
have
the
to
band-aid
you just
and
have
be
to
done
man
with it.
you just have to man up and do it.
Yeah, stop being a bitch, Timmy. And the price of gold is up. So it's
Yeah,
very
it's hovering around $5,000 plus and minus a couple $100.
yeah, look.
I think it was
Maybe
up.
when collectors have a gold sub again, I'll go to them. But the thing is, I need to sell my Grossman, and it's very tough to sell Grossman for
Well,
gold.
Unsellable.
that's
Unsellable.
believe it or not, I think that's where you should go to either European Watch Company or where Horology by the Sea, which you mentioned. I mean, that's where you go to that, or you go to 1916 when you go down to see the boys in Philly.
Oh, sell it in Philly?
Yeah, so in Philly, 1916. See what
Bring the
1916.
Air King tonight. They're gonna lowball me. They'll give me
They
six.
all do.
Six
They all
five.
lowball. They
Yeah,
all do. They all do.
give me
They
six
all
five.
do.
I listed my Seiko
Good.
on eBay, and it's actually getting a lot of clicks. So, oh, maybe I traded in to 1916 company. Let's see, 19.
Maybe you should just throw everything on eBay and just keep it there and see what happens.
Yeah, let's see here. Men's watches.
I mean, I'm surprised. You're down
Oh,
there all the time, Timmy. You're down there once a month at least.
their CPO. You see, that's the problem. The Rolex CPO is brutal. It's overpriced.
Too
Yeah.
expensive. CPO. I don't trust. I still don't trust it because I think they polish them up.
I don't even know how to use this website. Like, what the fuck?
I don't know.
Shop. Where's the models? How do I shoot filters? Year, diameter. Where is
Collection.
collection? Oh,
Collection.
collection. Okay. Why is it at the end? It should be at the top. Right? Let's go high to low. Here we go. What the? Oh, it's with the diamonds. Okay. Oh, look at this. 36,000. This is it. This is my dream gold watch.
That's a good price too, I think.
Should I contact them regarding this piece?
Yeah, why don't you bring in all the watches that you want to sell and see if you can trade them in for that?
Yeah.
You think it's decent?
Yeah.
They're not gonna take my Grossman. That's the problem. They're gonna say, yeah, you
Why
can
not?
take that.
Why not?
Bring in 3 of your Rollies and bring in that IWC that you got. The one, not Humble Pine, but the other one, the Pilot. And see what you can get for them. And you probably make an even trade.
I'll contact them. Yeah, actually, you know what? They might actually take the Grossman because this is the kind they deal with this kind of stuff. They might be able to make good profit on it.
Yeah,
right?
this is the type of thing they might want to corner the market like they did with ep1730. I mean, ep1730 is just through the roof now. I mean, what the fuck is going on?
Is that
Let's see if they
original
have any
box and
Maurice
papers?
Grossman.
You missed the super chat, by the way.
Super chat from Speedy Hernandez, $5. I need to sell my Grossman are going to be the words on Timmy's gravestone.
No, I think so
too. Fact.
Absolutely.
Unsellable. Oh fuck! Look at this. They got the gold one on sale, but you know what? They just have one, so they might take it actually.
And they don't have the stainless steel. Timmy, they're gonna take that.
Yeah,
just take it easy.
There's profit.
it's almost like you're afraid to do this.
No, I'm not afraid. I'm just look. I'll call them. I'll message them. Is there a message? Can I message them right here? Help desk. Let's see it. Live chat.
Have you been to their place in Philadelphia?
Trade a watch. Here we go. Let's try to do it live together.
Yeah, let's do it live.
Please feel free to fill out your trade watch form here. Oh, you see it? I have to fill out forms and shit. That's the
Oh, God forbid.
trade. Okay, get quote. How do I do this? Get my quote. Oh, I have to. Okay, yeah, I'll do this off stream. Okay. See, this is what I'm saying. It's just pain in the ass. Filling out all kinds of nonsense. I'll do it. I'll do it after the stream.
Maybe you'll meet Tim Masso like Pete.
I'm going to Philly next week.
There you go.
And I can just call them.
I feel as if I haven't missed anything because like you were talking about doing this like months ago, like selling some watches to buy the solid gold one, and you still haven't done it.
It's just I didn't have time. I was just doing other stuff that I felt was more urgent.
What do you do every day? What do you do? Jesus Christ.
There's things. I do stuff in preparation for the show.
Like what?
There's things. Yeah, it just seems like I don't do nothing, but it actually.
Believe
it or not, he does prep for the show. He really does.
Stuff. I was working today.
He doesn't sleep all day.
Fix a computer. Actually, I woke up mega early today, 7:30. I had insomnia. I couldn't sleep. I felt like I didn't even sleep. You know, I went to sleep like 1 o'clock, and then I woke up 7:30. I felt like I don't even remember sleeping because I haven't eaten in like 4 days.
What?
So I'm doing a fast.
Oh, you do a fast? Okay.
Yeah, I'm doing a fast, 7-day fast, no food, and it's.
Jeez, that's hard. 7 days.
Yeah.
7-day fast. That's a tough one.
I already done a 5-day fast in the past, and once you hit the day 3, it gets easier because then it's no longer a thing.
I'd be there. I'd collapse. I would pass out.
It's really healthy for you. It's the first time it is brutal.
I think doing like maybe like 2-day fast, like doing it like on like fasting for a couple of days then eating, but see like 5 and 6-day fast. Is that healthy? Like, do you think?
Really healthy. Yeah. It's like one of the healthiest things you could do in life. Actually, it's actually really important. A lot of people this is why there's so many health problems that people have in modern day. It's because they don't fast. They go every single day of their life eating something, and they don't give their body a break from like digesting stuff. And there's so many unhealthy foods that like sometimes people will not eat anything but like a bag of chips in a day. That's horrible. Like potato chips and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But everybody needs a break. It's actually we evolved. We're animals, just like lions and stuff. Lion in nature will eat a gazelle and then he won't eat for a week. Same thing.
Yeah, but you're not a fucking lion. You're not a lion.
But we are animals. We came from chimpanzees or whatever, orangutans, some kind of monkeys. And if you look at monkeys don't eat every single day. Monkeys eat, and then it takes time to find food. And same thing with people.
But monkeys do fuck every day.
That they do. But the thing is, like in nature, they don't have feminism in. Monkeys don't have feminism. That's why
they don't have Karens. They don't have Karens.
They don't have Karens. They don't have rights. They're just if a female monkey can't say no, right? We got my body, my choice. We've kind of evolved, but we evolved socially, but not biologically.
You know what's funny about my body, my choice? Now I'm hearing it about with men.
Oh yeah, it's men have turned it around.
It's like what the fuck
men
is
have
going
flipped
on?
the script.
What the fuck is going on here? Yeah, exactly.
And that's kind of my advice for Red Shovel with this whole dating situation, is that I think he tried too hard. I think because he put so much effort, so much, is that it was too much. It was, I think.
What do you mean what do you mean by that?
It was too good.
What do you mean by that?
It was overwhelming. You made it too good. I mean, what I've learned is you've got to have them chase you.
Yeah,
I've learned that the hard way, Red. I've learned that the hard way. Okay.
I don't know if
you have to let them chase you. Okay.
It's all psychological.
You do dinner, you do trips,
yeah.
but then let them, like,
you gave her everything she ever wanted, and that's the problem. Unfortunately, that Troy. You know why Troy fell?
No,
why Troy fell?
No, I don't know why Troy fell.
No.
You can't, because the Paris, right, the king or whatever, he couldn't keep it in his pants. He was chasing a girl. Yeah. What
the more you chase, the worse. The more you chase, the worse it gets. Matter of fact, right. I would recommend not even calling any new girlfriend. I mean, no, obviously chase new girlfriends, but I would recommend not pursuing. Like, you got to give it a lapse. You got to give it like 3 weeks to 7 months. Okay. And then you see if you connect again.
So get this. So it's Helen of
3 weeks
Paris,
to 7 months. That's a long time.
Yeah, I know, but you need a period. You need an open space where you just work on yourself, and then you can chase other women and everything else. You should before you like jump in the. I mean, when you're jumping in bed, you should have like 3 other options right behind you, just in case. I'm telling you this. I've learned this the hard way. I've learned it the hard way. You need options. It's almost like it's almost like a bank loan. How I consider bank loans. You go to like 3 banks until someone gives you a good deal. Same thing with like women. You date like 3 women and let them all chase you, and you figure it out. That's how I look at it.
She's the Helen of Troy. Didn't you hear the quote? The face that launched 1,000 ships, because Paris, who was the Prince of Troy, he kidnapped. Basically, he stole a girl. He was really in love with girl, and he chased her. He brought her with him, and then Menelaus, the brother of Agamemnon, got all the Greeks together, and they went and to get her back, all over a girl. You see it? It's hard. It's hard, man. What you need to do your stuff. Do the most important. Focus on the business. Focus on building the really important business, and then you just be a badass, and the girls will come. Cheese Fame $2 super chat says, Tim, you're messing with your blood pressure doing that. Yeah, actually stabilizing blood pressure, because what happens when you're eating food, there's all kinds of kind of chemicals in there, and you're eating stuff, and that starts raising certain hormones, dropping other hormones, and your body is all out of balance. It's all out of whack when you're eating and when you're not eating. But when you stop eating, when you're on the fast, all of your internal organs, all of your internals, they all stabilize, and you feel so fucking great. You feel like $1 million. It's the greatest feeling ever. Speedy Hernandez, $5 super chat. Best advice I could give Red Shovel about women is never take advice on women from either of these 2 knuckleheads.
I agree. I totally agree. So anyway, Red, you guys do. I think you chased too much. I think you chased her too much. Let her come to you. Let her just come to you. She's not going to find anyone better. She's not going to find anyone better. Okay.
I just find that I just find it strange that people, that someone can say something to you and you can be in a certain place, right? And then one day, one day you can just say to someone, right, that's it, and I don't want to see you again. I find that very bizarre. Find that very bizarre.
Well, you
I
also
can
have to
find it.
remember. Go ahead.
I can understand it if you've been on a downwards, trajectory, and things aren't going well. But it wasn't like that. It was bizarre. It was bizarre like how it happened. But anyway,
You can
strange.
never understand rationale with women. You can never. It doesn't make sense.
It's all backwards.
Yeah, you just walk your own line and let them follow. Okay, you're the quarterback. Let them follow. Call it a day.
It's in the Bible, man. It's in the Bible.
Oh my
That's
God!
just in the Bible brought in.
No,
Oh my God.
it says do not chase women. It's written in the Bible.
What does it say that? What does it say that?
I'll Google it. Here, hold on. I'll tell you exactly the quote.
Bible verse.
Here, I'll pull up the exact verse. Okay, this is what it says in the Bible. Matthew, it says, "But I tell you that anyone who looks at a woman lustfully has already committed adultery with her in his heart." Whoa, that's the wrong one. Hold on a second.
Oh, I do that every day then.
Hold on. That's the wrong one.
I don't know. We're now in church. How do you like this one? We're now in church.
Hold on. That's the wrong one.
I didn't know Timmy read the Bible. I did not know that. I just learned something.
No, this is news to me. It's bizarre. Looking at Bible passages now. My goodness.
No, it's like they knew this. They wrote this in.
They knew it. They knew it.
Yeah.
Book, the good book.
Yeah, I'll find it.
It's amazing. Double D is amazing. I'm adultering right now. Some of you can pass it.
I'll find it. We got another super chat here from Magic City. $5. Stop making Red uncomfortable in the panel and in the chat.
I'm not making not making me uncomfortable. It's
we love
it's life. You have to talk about it. The worst thing that it could happen is that I was actually for about 2 or 3 weeks I didn't even go to work. I was just sitting here. I wasn't doing anything.
I understand though. I do understand that.
Because it was so like a lot of people know, people were joking about us like getting married. That was that was happening.
Okay, so
have you found the Bible passage?
Yeah, we're now in Bible study.
It's hard to find it, but okay. So get this. Oh shit. Okay, there's a story about Samus who falls in love with Delilah, reveals his secret, and then she betrays him. A man led by attraction instead of judgment loses his strength, purpose, and freedom. But anyways, I'll find the exact quote. It talks. Look, okay, they knew this stuff way before. This is not news that guys should work on whatever, like building business, working hard, right? That's what guys do. Guys work,
Tim,
they create
Tim,
stuff.
I think you've made this up. I think you're
No, I'm in. You know
No.
what? This is like a first time. I'm in a total agreement with Timmy. I think I personally feel that you just chased. You gave her everything, and I did the same. I did the same mistake with my 20-year-old marriage. And one day she just woke up, and I woke up. She was menopausal, and she just said, "I'm leaving." And I said, "Okay, no biggie on that one." And then now I think 5 or 10 years, people have regret. I think you're.
Oh, I found it. It's Proverb 31:3. Do not spend your strength on women, your vigor on those who ruin kings. They literally, okay? You got it. You can Google it. Proverbs 31:3. Do not spend your strength on women, your vigor on those who ruin kings. Literally, the kings become ruined when they pursue women. That's why Troy fell, because this guy, he fell in love too much with the woman, and he pursued her, and basically Troy fell. His whole kingdom destroyed because he wanted this woman too much. Instead, you have to find your purpose. You find purpose, something that you want to be good at. The women will come. Don't worry. They're good at that. What women do, they're good at finding very successful guys. Oh, hey, Mickey knows Bible and stuff. So maybe he can confirm.
Mickey knows Bible and stuff.
What?
Mickey
you're
knows
Christian. You're Catholic, right?
Mickey knows Bible.
Mickey, you're Catholic. Yeah, isn't it? Doesn't it say in the Bible how men should not spend their strength pursuing women because that ruins kings. Literally, kings have fallen because they tried to get a girl that didn't want them.
Well, I also think it says that they should be our servants, and so I don't know how well that's going to work.
Well, no. Look, we're talking in generalities here, right? Yeah, the Bible says a lot of stuff, but I think that it's got something like this. Pursuing women, it doesn't work, in my opinion, because women like success. Like, think about it this way: the Leonardo DiCaprio, right? Does he like spend his time trying to find these girls? No, he just being a celebrity and being a badass, and they come to him, right? And then when they age out, he just says goodbye. See you later. And he finds another one that's like 22. He dates between 22 and 25. Once she's 25, goodbye, right? I'm not saying that that's what Red Shovel should do, but I'm just saying, like, if you focus too much on trying to, you get flowers. I was just watching a video. This guy went on a date and bought flowers, took her on a expensive dinner. After the dinner is over at 11 o'clock, blocked. It doesn't work. If a woman likes you, she's gonna like you. That's just what I think. Maybe I'm wrong.
I agree. I agree with you 100%. I agree with you 100%.
And the thing is, Red Shovel, he's already a super successful guy. He's got a solid gold dancer. He's got a McCann that he's getting another one. He's got a business. He's got a job, not like a grift like I've got going on over here.
Red, you're
got a real job, real skill.
You're like a 10, and all these women have to like chase after you. Just remember that. Forget it. Move on.
Unbelievable.
Think about it, man. Think about it. Just like doesn't it make sense? Once you become super wealthy,
you'll be fine.
Which you already is. They'll come to you. We'll just have to market you a little bit better. We'll take better pictures for Instagram.
Even JD mentions it. Red Shovel is the Leonardo DiCaprio of the watch community.
Exactly.
Exactly.
This chat's unbelievable.
That is exactly correct. You need to start
perking me up. Like the chat is perking me up. Like, you know.
I think it's true. I think that's absolutely correct. Okay. Women have to be crazy not to date you, Red. I mean, crazy. I mean, you've got everything in your back pocket.
I can't hear people now. Oh shit! Hold on, I'm gonna have to reboot. I can't hear people now.
Okay, just quick reboot. We're gonna talk about the Rolex situation.
Hey, are we riding bicycles?
Hey, Mickey, we're riding bikes here. Hold on a second. I think I have a clip, unless it's in the wrong format again.
Tim.
Yes. Mickey, can you hear me? I don't think he can hear me.
No, I think the StreamYard or whatever the hell it's called is all fucked up. They just want you to,
man.
They want you to use Chrome. If you don't use Chrome, you're fucked.
Oh, it's MOV.
It's gonna be an exclusive line just for Chrome. So Magic City wants us to jump to Rolex.
Oh,
Rolex.
By the way, Red, are you using Google Chrome or what are you using for?
Oh, let me see what we're on here. Wait, actually, I'm on Safari here at the moment.
That's the problem. Yeah,
I rest my case.
Yeah, whenever somebody uses Safari, it doesn't work.
It doesn't like Safari. It doesn't like Microsoft. It doesn't like iPhone either. It doesn't like Apple's platform.
Javier says, I blame electric cars. Women want real men and real cars. Exactly.
Exactly.
And I had a reboot too. I lost sound too. I had a reboot.
Are you on Chrome as well, or are you still on?
I'm in the car, so I don't know what the fuck I'm on.
It's iPhone.
You know what? I don't know how much Red wants to hear this stuff, but I would just say, you know, if I would have married the first girls that I thought, I'd be divorced 4 times. So that's the first thing. And you just got to go out there and be yourself. You just got to get out there and just don't try too hard. People will find you. And this is not me sucking your dick, but you look so much better. Your weight loss. Just keep riding that horse. You're a different guy than 2 years ago when I used to see you falling asleep on stream. You know, I go back and watch those shows sometimes just for fun.
I have a clip right here.
Oh my god, the headache is just so fucking Jesus.
I think we've come a really long way since those days. We've come a long way.
That was brutal.
Me and roommate kind of walked into the hotel room. Well, I was genuinely worried. You know, I was blacked out drunk that night as well. It was a blind leading the blind.
I have pieced together that whole day, and the amount that we drank was unbelievable. It was crazy. Between wine and whiskey and beer and whatever else we bought in that bar,
That's the problem. That's the problem. You mixed everything. That's the problem.
Shout out to Jamie. Jamie paid for it all. It was sponsored by Jamie, right?
Jimmy, I know Jimmy up. I don't know.
Tim, I think we need a trip to Belfast. Is what I think.
Oh, I'm down.
Yeah, you should come. Yes.
Yeah. When do you want to go, Mickey? You want to go to Belfast?
I do. It could just be a long weekend. It's not that expensive of a flight. And before it becomes summer, when the flights go up, now's the time to go.
Let's go. When are you free?
That's good.
You know, I have some time. Coming up.
Split hotel, guys. We need some stats for flights to Northern Ireland. Belfast, we're gonna do Gonzo streaming, try and pay off the hotel and stuff.
Red, just don't tell everyone I'm Catholic. Just don't tell everyone I'm Catholic, Red. All right.
Don't worry, I'll not mention. No one asks those questions here.
I know.
Most normal people don't bother asking shit like that anymore, you know. Sometimes people can tell, like, if you know what I mean. You're like, anyway, you're like, they can tell, like, just by looking at you, like, so they can, you know. So.
Hey, Tim, did you show the riding bicycles video I made?
It's in the wrong format. I can't play it.
Uh, that's so weird.
Disaster. Yeah, it needs to be MP4. StreamYard doesn't support MOV. It needs to be MP4.
And
When
that's
you
what.
export those videos, can you choose which format to export them in?
No, it's Chat Grok or ChatGPT just does it. And it is what it is.
But you can direct it. You can say, do it, and then export it for me in MP4.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, I'll try.
Yeah, you have to tell it. Okay?
That's crazy that it did that from a still photo.
The technology, man, it's out of control. You guys want to talk a little bit about watches? We've got some Rolex breaking news, and I wanted to cover this for.
Yeah, you mean Rolex is cutting their production from 1.5 million to 1.4 million? No.
Well, get this. Hodinky article claims that basically a Swiss bank, Vantobel, says that Rolex is reducing production in 2025. How do they know this? I don't know, but somehow they were able to figure it out. However, despite the fact that they're making fewer watches, Rolex has increased market share, which kind of fits with the broader luxury slowdown where volume fall, but top brands are still staying strong. So, Rolex is going to be making less product, but winning more of the pie. Now, help me make sense of that.
I think they're going to lose market share in another 5 years. How do you like that statement?
Well, it's like the whole pie, I feel like shrinking.
I think Cartier is going to really cut into them.
Cartier, I feel like, is cutting in more into Omega because Rolex is number one, and they're dominating that number one spot. And there's this fight over the number two. Who's going to be the number two? Omega was the number two, but Cartier overtook them for the past 2 years. Cartier has been outperforming Omega, and maybe that's why Omega has had to kind of improve the quality of their watches. But basically, Swiss, we got all of this stuff is not happening in the vacuum, right? Swiss watch exports fell by 1.7% in value and 4.8% in volume in 2025. We got value and volume drop, right? And mid-tier brands are getting hit the hardest, while the ultra high end remain resilient. Right?
Well, that's funny because I think that some of these micro brands are going to be dead in the water, or the independents, I should say. I think Rolex obviously they have to reduce the demand's not there anymore as much, not anymore, but as much. So I think that's right. How does a bank know that? Maybe when Rolex has to deposit money, this is their bank. Okay, so they know that like revenue's down because their gross revenue's down because of sales. How do you like
revenue is actually up. It looks like to me, it looks like Rolex is trying to make fewer but more expensive pieces. Instead of like they're trying to limit the amount of steel pieces that they're making, and increase the amount of gold pieces, because there's much more profit in gold watches, and they can also leverage steel against gold. Like, hey, you want the steel piece? You have to buy the gold one first, and it kind of creates this psychological effect where, like, hey, you can go gray market. They got a CPO. They've got stockpiles of steel pieces on their CPO stuff, which they can sell, and instead kind of get people to buy the gold watches, because there's so much profit margin. And also, like, it also forces people to spend money on Rolex instead of buying Patek, right? Because $50,000, you can get a gold Rolex watch, or you can get a dress Patek Philippe. Right?
Yeah, but the average person doesn't want to spend 10K for their one Rolex. That's not going to work. The average Joe, that the fat white guy on a plane with his Submariner, his wife bought him, they're not buying a $50,000 gold watch to get that.
Yeah, but the wife probably bought a whole bunch of jewelry, and then she would be able to get that steel piece. And Rolex is also going into jewelry. They got cufflinks now. They got the desk clock, right? They've got new interesting stuff where they can force people to buy this stuff in order where their profits are insane. Like those cufflinks, $5,000 for a pair of gold cufflinks. That's straight up profit margin. There's maybe $1,000 worth of gold in there. Very little manufacturing cost, right? Because they don't need watchmakers to make the cufflinks. That's just a machine. It just stamps them out and polishes them out, and boom, straight profit. You know. But this cut, it might not be a cut. It might be like a control, right? Because there's a lot of nuance going on here. Rolex.
I think I think what you mentioned, they're shifting to a higher. They're shifting to more expensive models, and they're cutting back on their, because there's a higher profit margin, obviously, than something like a Air King or something like that. I can see that.
See, Rolex is not desperate like Breitling, right? Breitling comes off as desperate. Breitling wants to sell as many watches as possible, and that is psychologically, it makes them look desperate. Doesn't make them look high demand. Doesn't make them look luxury. Rolex has a history of really tight supply management, right? They previously cut output by 2% in 2024. That was the first drop since the financial crisis. All right. So I don't think it's a panic move. It's kind of consistent with them trying to protect their pricing power, right? They're trying to also avoid excess inventory, because like having excess inventory is really hurts brand, how the brand looks. It makes them look like undesirable. If they sell out every single piece that they produce, it makes them look high in demand. So they're managing their output really skillfully here, right? They're also reinforcing the scarcity perception, right? So
Yeah, RGH mentions that in the chat, that they're playing the scarcity game, and
exactly. They do not overproduce. They under deliver on purpose. You know, like that's why they have these wait lists. They have a wait list, so they know what they need to send, and they carefully check that they send just enough but not too much, so that there's never watches in the window. There's always like demand, and they know exactly what to send to their ADs.
No, I agree. I definitely agree.
I think some of this, though, is a correction. In some of the industries that I dabble in, like during COVID, some of those industries were up like 40, 50%. Sales were through the roof. And now those companies are kind of now correcting, because they made it, they felt like they thought it was going to be like that way forever. And it's not. And then the boom during COVID, when people were flipping Submariners for 15 grand and all that, people making money, all those people have gone away. I think this is just a correction to where it should be.
And I think they're correcting to the demand. The demand has fell down, so they're correcting and making sure that they're not overproducing. Like what Terry says, like Ferrari always makes one less than you can sell. Maybe they can only sell 1.4 millions instead of 1.5 due to the current economic situation. Yeah, they're like, okay, we have demand for 1.5 million watches instead of making 2 million, right? And then creating 500,000 of excess inventory. They're going to make 1.25 million and underproduce. By underproducing, yes, they're not maximum, but like, because the thing is, like, they're not, they're able to do this because they're independent. They can, because like publicly owned companies, they have like a fiduciary responsibility to maximize profits. So if these brands like Breitling, if they can make 1 million watches, and but they're only selling 800, and then they can sell the other 200 at 30% discount, they don't care. They just want to sell as many watches. They don't care that, oh, it's going to hurt their brand next year, because this year they tank the value of their watches. They look like a disaster on the secondary. They don't hold any value on the secondary. Um, all of this, but they just care about the next quarter. Did they make more profit next quarter than the last? Rolex, by being able to by being able to underproduce, they're actually increasing the demand for their watches. It's all like reverse psychology that's going on here.
Well, Rolex is a popular brand, and if there's how many billion people on the planet and they only make 1 million watches a year, that's scarce in a weird way anyway. Unless their brand becomes shit, they're always going to sell whatever they make, I think.
And that's why they're protecting their brand, right? They understand the value of having their watches holding value. Like, it's valuable for them, for their watch. People buy their watches because they hold value. If Rolex's watches no longer held value, a lot of people wouldn't want them. So they have to play this game where they're not making as much money as they possibly could, because it will hurt the next year. It will hurt them the next year. Breitling is a perfect example. They're just pumping out as many watches as they possibly humanly can, and they try to sell. And then look at the boutiques; they're deserts. The boutique on the Madison Avenue and 57th Street, nobody ever walks in there.
So why do you think? Why do you think the boutiques don't, like, even like when I was in Vegas 2 weeks ago, IWC, JLC, and you name a brand, they like laughed at me when I said, "Is there, do you give any kind of discount?" Like, none of them do discounts. So in a weird way, they would be better if they would make discounts to make a fan, so they wouldn't have to sell all their excess inventory to Tim G, so he could sell it on Joma Shop.
Well, they're trying to protect their brand image. They're learning from Rolex that if they start giving discounts, because if they gave you a discount, that doesn't guarantee that you would have bought the watch, right? Like, if they told you, "I will give you 15% discount," you might not have still bought it. Think about it, Mickey. Right? Just because, even if they offered you a discount, it doesn't mean you would have pulled the trigger. You see?
Yeah, but they're sending it to Joma Shop out the back door for 35% off. So they're still screwing up their brand.
It's better than kind of ruining their image. Like, every customer that comes in, if they offer a discount and the people don't buy them, they lose that customer forever. Whereas if they told you no discounts, then at least you know that the next person that walks in, they're not gonna get a discount either. But if you were offered a discount, then you can go and then you tell your friends that you were offered a discount, but maybe the other friend was offered even bigger discount. Then it becomes this whole, it's a mess, because these watches, they're actually easier to make than these brands pretend that it is. Like, Rolex can if Rolex wanted, they have so much money, they could build 2 more plants and be making 5 million watches a year if they wanted to. But they're not doing it purposely because they're matching demand. They're actually producing under the demand. They know they're calculating what the demand is by putting people on the wait list, and then under matching it. Like they're under delivering. Okay, they're making sure that there's some people not gonna get watches, even though they could sell them watches, but they just won't sell them. Like Mike Lewis wanted a Pepsi, they don't want to sell him. You know, that's 18. What was it? That's a $12,000 that Rolex could have tomorrow. They think about how many people would buy Pepsi if Rolex made 1 million Pepsis. They could probably sell all 1 million, but that will make the Pepsi undesirable because it's just a watch. It's a Rolex Pepsi is no different than a Seiko Pepsi. That's $300. They're basically identical watch. Very, very minor. The difference is the marketing and the fact that Rolex says we're just not going to sell these.
People
we're going to put them
want
on our
what
website.
They can't have. That's it. People want what they can't have.
And it's just like women. Women want men that they can't have. When men makes himself available to a woman, the woman thinks, well, what is this? This, he's available. He's there. He's always there. He's not so special. See, it's all reverse psychology. If Rolex was available, nobody would want it, and the proof is Breitling.
The proof is Breitling, except I do like their new Aston Martin Navitimer.
Oh, yes, the Aston Martin.
Where's that?
Is a killer. You didn't see it?
Show Ray, because I'm thinking of getting this. Believe it or not.
Oh, that's
pretty
actually quite
badass,
nice.
right?
Quite like that.
It's the best watch that they've made, I think, in the past like 5 years.
And I'll never get an Aston Martin. I love them, but I never get them. But I think this is a great.
I don't know about those
That's
green
nice
those green accents on the strap though are kind of.
I think that's fine.
I love it. I love it
because
it's the same as on the Aston Martin.
Mickey, it's got the old Breitling emblem on it. It doesn't have the B.
Yeah, I saw they brought back the gold wings.
I really like this. I really like this watch a lot. A lot.
Freaking gorgeous. Look at the back.
Wow.
Right?
That's nice.
Very classy and tasteful. So nice. Aston
Also,
Martin.
it looks good on a beefy wrist, which Red and Mickey have. Okay. So this would look good. I think this is a winner.
Mickey needs to get a Porsche design because he's a Porsche driver, and Mike Lewis needs to get this Breitling because Mike Lewis has another Breitling, but I think he should flip it and get this one instead to match his car.
I'm thinking of getting this watch without an Aston Martin. I don't care.
What price is this one? What price are these?
It's not even that much, dude. It's 11.5.
It's not bad.
11.5. Look, it's a perfect companion.
It is actually. It's a Mike Lewis like
Vantage 2025.
Yeah, exactly. I really like this watch a lot. I think this is nice. I think this goes as one of the top 5 chronos out there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I think so too. I think if I was gonna get a Navitimer, like I'm trying to collect every single chronograph known to man. Oh,
good. You get yourself a 7201.
You know what?
Richard Mille.
Oh, you know what? I have an alternative. Instead of going for a solid gold Submariner, what if I go for? Let me show you this. Let's see if they have one. Patek.
Matter of fact, that's a great daily that Navitimer.
Let's see if they have one. Shit, they don't have it. Patek Philippe. Let's see. Wait. Pre-owned. Where's Patek? Where's pre-owned? Oh, here. Let's see. Let's see. Because I do like.
What are you looking for?
A Patek Philippe Chrono, or maybe instead of getting a solid gold sub, what if I get what if I trade my Grossman Plus 2 other pieces and get something. Whoa, what the hell? 2526J for 100,000. What if I get something like this? Look at that. That's 60 grand.
Yeah,
No,
you're going to have to put in 20 grand to get that.
Right.
And, I'm not into rice bracelets.
You're right. It's too corny. Looks like
I'm old,
corn.
and that looks really old.
Yeah, it's too corny. Too corny. Just get a gold sub. There's nothing better.
Yeah,
Might
no
be fact.
photos exactly.
Fred, you're
Spot
happy
on,
with
as
your
usual.
root beer?
Yeah. I'm not going to sell a root beer. It's just the perfect watch for me, and there's no point. There's no point trying to sell it like to get another gold piece of any sort, because what's the point? It's just my gold. It's just my solid gold answer, and that's it.
You still have your U-boats?
Only the one on there.
Okay, that's the reason why you probably were dropped. It's because you were wearing a U-boat. I'm busting on you.
Oh, Red got a call from Lunds and turned down a Land Dweller because they said can choose the Land Dweller or Tiffany Daytona, one or the other, not both. Daytona coming soon. Congratulations.
Nice.
So he was offered either steal Land Dweller or wait for the Tiffany Daytona. I would have done the same. I would have waited for the Tiffany Daytona. So he's doing the right thing, I think.
Tiffany Daytona.
Better get that in writing.
Yeah. Good point. But I think they'll do it.
Bird in the hand is worth two in the bush.
Possibly. He did buy some other stuff there, I believe. He has like a purchase history. But yeah, that's the thing with Rolex. You never know, right? You never know. Look at this. Rolex is the undisputed #1 sales, nearly as big as the next 5 competitors combined in sales.
Yeah, but the thing is Audemars Piguet doesn't want to produce all, doesn't want to produce 1,000,004 watches, do they? Nor does Patek. Okay.
Well,
you're gonna lose a little, but Cartier can.
They can't. It's not that they don't wanna. They wanna, but it's you know what it is. They're also locked in certain market positions. Okay. Patek Philippe is more exclusive. That's their
exactly.
People want it because there's fewer of them than there's Rolexes. If they start producing more watches than Rolex, they're gonna tank their brand.
Yeah, absolutely. Just like Audemars Piguet.
Just like AP, yeah. Same thing. AP tried to move on to 74,000. They couldn't do it because for AP to move up, they beat Patek Philippe in sales. They overtook them. They're ranked number 3.
What's really interesting is Tissot or whatever dropped big time from 2019 to 2025. I'm in shock about that.
Yeah, Tissot was number 7.
And Richard Mille, because of their sales, they're so expensive. You can't touch anything for less than like $250,000.
Omega fell to number 5 slot.
And it should because they produced a lot. I mean, I know a lot of people like them. I get it, but they got a lot of stuff in there that they shouldn't be in there anymore.
Oh yeah, this is so crazy. Omega was number 2.
Yeah,
and they were beat by Patek Philippe, AP, and Cartier now.
Yeah,
Cartier is smoking Omega. They doubled the revenue of Omega.
Timmy,
in 2025.
If you look at this in
killing it.
If you look at this in 6 years, Cartier is going to catch Rolex.
Is that units or dollars? Is that units or dollars?
It's dollars.
It's sales in
Swiss francs.
Yeah, Swiss francs in millions. So Rolex sold $1 billion, right?
Timmy, all Cartier needs to do is produce a Chrono Santos, okay, which I'm sure they will, and they need to produce more titanium Santoses and some tanks, and I think they're going to be right there with Rolex. I think 6 more years, because look at their jump; they doubled.
Yeah, they're basically a third of Rolex right now.
Right, and
They
before
have
they weren't.
their margins are healthier than Rolex, and I think maybe that's why Rolex is adapting and going more
Jewelry?
into gold. And also the land dweller might also be a way to compete with the Santos, right? Because it's got that Santosy type of look, integrated
I don't
bracelet.
know. I think they're different. I think it was genius with the Cartier. I'd like to try one. Have any of you tried on the Cartier titanium Santos?
Yeah, yeah,
You
I
like
have.
it? You like it?
It was too light. It was too light, I thought, for
Okay.
me. But
Uh,
it's beautiful. It's a beautiful watch. Absolutely beautiful watch. So it is. I'm trying to find the pictures over here, like when I was trying it on. Let me see. Where was I? Where was I?
were you at a Cartier? You were at a Cartier like boutique
I was in a
store?
Cartier place in Miami, I think, and I tried it on there. Let me see. I'm
Ah,
trying to
okay.
find.
Fashion Square, Designer Square. I mean, or whatever. Des-
I'm trying to remember even where I was at the time. Hold on, there's it here. Oh no, it was in Palm Beach actually. I was
Okay.
trip to Palm Beach. That was it there.
Worth Avenue.
There we go. There we go. There's it there.
Very nice. See, I like that.
Yeah.
I think
It,
Timmy.
it,
Go ahead.
it just feels really light. Oh no, there was it. There's the wrist roll there. There we go.
Oh, wait. You can send me the video. I'll pull it up.
Yeah.
Ooh, it looks nice, by the way.
How
Let's
much do
see
they
here.
want for that? 8,000? 10,000?
Let me see. I can't remember. It was $11,800.
Okay. Well, that's what the other thing's going for these days, unfortunately.
See message.
Send it
Yep.
over. We're gonna pull it
Send
up.
that.
I love that watch. I would have preferred if it was the smaller size, the medium, because right now they made the titanium
I don't think they
in
can make it.
large.
I don't think they can make it that small, though, Timmy.
They can't, dude. Titanium? It's not ceramic.
Okay. All right. All right. I don't know. I'm just assuming this.
They could very easily. I'm waiting for when they make it out of in the medium size. That's gonna be my perfect alternative
Yeah, that
to
looks really good on you. You know.
the
It
Yachtmaster.
it it
Look
it
at that.
wears
That's
really
gorgeous.
well.
Yeah,
It wears. It just
beautiful.
feels light on the wrist. It doesn't feel as if you're. I like to feel like a watch
You like
on
the
the wrist,
solid
and
gold dancer feel.
like the solid
But
gold
this
dancer.
is
But even
Does it have an
But it's
adjustment?
variety. You need variety. You got the solid gold dancer. You got the steel. You got
I
that
actually
shitter Seamaster 300M in
I
orange.
actually like this
I
one here,
like
Tim.
that,
Hold on,
Timmy. I like
hold on,
that. So
hold
don't
on.
call it shit. I
I'll
like
send you
that.
this one here, Tim. This is the one that I was actually thinking of buying here. So it was. This is the one here that I was actually thinking of buying.
Is that an adjustable clasp on that Santos or no?
I
No,
don't even
there's no
remember.
micro adjustment. But it
So
is
then,
quick change, and each link you can take it off with with a toothpick.
okay, and Timmy, you've got a buying history now with Cartier since you bought one for your mom. So you're like you can walk in as a VIP douchebag.
Yes.
VIP douchebag.
You know.
Unfortunately, there there's nothing you could do with that purchase history.
Okay. Well, you need to buy roommate more diamond rings and stuff from Cartier.
Okay, here we go. Let me pull up this one. The two-tone looks really nice.
This is.
Oh,
I
yeah,
was
they have a
actually. I was
two-tone?
actually. I was actually nearly buying this like on the day, like to be honest with you, because I sort of had. I was in the half notion like for a Cartier.
Oof, that's hot. Let's see.
That felt like a
Oh,
nice watch.
Oh, that
damn.
is nice. You know what my
Mhm.
problem with that is that that's going to be a scratch magnet.
That's fine. It's
Yeah.
if you keep it forever. But you can get this, I think, gray market with some discount. Or if you buy it from your AD,
Yeah,
purchase history
I think
toward
I think
Rolex.
that top part there is all going to for me would be all scratched out. That would drive me crazy.
That's actually one of the reasons, that actually put me off it was because that gold bezel will be fucked.
You're
Yeah.
totally
But
Totaled.
totally fucked.
yeah.
No matter what, on a
Polished.
daily basis, is
High polish.
a too high
But is
polish.
it
But
something,
that's the
you know
beauty
what,
of it, I think.
you know,
I
I
think
was never
having a
thinking of buying
nicely
it like
scratched
just
off
to
bezel.
wear certain places, just to wear like like I wouldn't wear it like out, like out and about, like normally. I wouldn't wear it as often as I would, you know, the root beer. Um, I don't know.
How much do they want for this, Red? 15?
I think that was 14 something plus
Okay.
tax, obviously.
Timmy, I think Cartier is going to give Rolex a run for their money in like 6 years. I
You
think.
reckon?
I think so.
I think they have an advantage with jewelry. That's number one.
I
They're
think
they're
women.
much
Yeah.
I think women
higher.
like it. I think women. I think women go there and then you buy watches. I mean, I think if women got more in watch and tuned, they'd buy a Cartier before they buy a Rolex.
And you know what else? Cartier, they've really improved their um, collection. They have a
Huge,
much
huge.
more diverse collection than
Yes.
Rolex. They're not so dependent on like this history. They have some nice historical pieces, but then they have all this diversity. Like Rolex doesn't have much diversity, whereas Cartier, they pump out so many different interesting collectible watches. Maybe Rolex will have to adapt. Maybe they'll have
Well,
to.
the issue that I've got, I mean,
Mhm.
I mean, I've got Rolex fatigue because these watches and wonders, all they do is change their dials. I mean,
Right,
what are you
right.
going to do? You're going to have a green, red. You're going to have you had Tiffany, so that's been played. Okay,
Yes.
then you've got to. Well, they did put the Tiffany on the new Daytona, on the Daytona
Yeah.
with the Oyster Flex.
But those are
Mhm.
impossible to get.
Impossible to get. Correct. And I'm not a big fan of them. I think they kind of I don't like them, but that's just me. But in any
Mhm.
event, whether how many dial changes can you make from of a Submariner? You
And
know?
look, they put all the
Yeah.
dial changes onto Oyster Perpetuals,
Yes.
right? Oyster Perpetuals, and they have different sizes, different colors. Day dates have different colors of dials.
Yeah.
They mess around there.
And Timmy, you've got Rolex fatigue because like I mean they're great watches. Now don't get me wrong, they're fantastic watches. But your Air
Mm.
King and your what's the other one you're
But
trying
it's
to
the
sell?
same watch over and over and over.
Yeah, they're the same
Whereas
same movement, same everything.
Yeah, whereas Cartier, they're real like look, they put out the titanium one, they have a DLC black one. Look
Tank.
how cool this is. Let me show you this one. This one's fucking badass. Look at that.
Wow,
On a
that's nice.
rubber strap, right?
That's nice.
But also like they just got different so many different collections as well. You go to watches, view all.
I think they're gonna give Rolex a run for their money. I'm not saying that because I'm mean toward Rolex. I just think that's gonna happen. They're doing it now. I mean, they're look
They
at
have
the
more watches for women as well. Like
yeah,
that's I
exactly.
Yeah.
think that's where Rolex is losing a lot of market share. Is there not enough watches for women? They just have the lady Datejust and the smaller Datejust, but like Cartier has so many different collections for women only.
So
Imagine,
so most women don't really collect watches. They'll have maybe
but
if
they wear it as jewelry. They collect them as jewelry pieces. And look at this stuff. This is a lot of money that they look at this one. $60,000 for full bust down.
And that actually looks good with the diamonds.
Yeah, it does. Rolex doesn't have a date just like that. They're losing out because.
Well, I'm telling you, I 6 years. I still think they'll be behind Rolex, but I think they're going to catch them. They'll be like they're now what 10,000 to 6,000. I think it's going to be like 12,000 to 10,000 in 6 years, and then who knows? They may be. You just don't know. Like when my dad was living in the 70s, 60s, and 70s, Omega was the watch. Everyone wanted an Omega.
And the jewelry, the gold rings, bracelets, even guys buy Cartier jewelry. Look at this, the stacking guide. They got a guide on how to stack jewelry with watches. Look at this. They got, looks like Hillary Clinton.
No, she looks better than Hillary Clinton. Don't say that. She looks good.
Look at this guy. Oh shit! Look at that. Look at this badass. He's got Cartier sunglasses, Cartier Trinity necklace. He's got a Santos on the wrist. He's got 2 rings on one hand, 2 bracelets on the other, with a third ring. Like, look at this shit. Look, he's got like a ring like that. Here, let me. And Mike Lewis, they massive support. Look, he's got this Trinity ring. That's a fucking expensive ring. Then he's got a bracelet, Trinity bracelet. He's got a Santos Dumont. He's got 2 other rings there. He's got, look at this shit. Look at this bracelet, $5,000. They're really outputting stuff. Like Rolex is not like, they're not even competing in this segment. Would it take away from them? I don't even know if it would.
I don't know, but I just think 51% of the world population, they've got them, and they just a matter of if women want to buy a watch, because they do want to buy jewelry.
Oh yeah. Look at all this jewelry. Oh, he's got even the pin. Did you see the pin?
I gotta tell you, that's a good looking watch.
It is, right? That's the Santos Dumont.
It's a beautiful one.
Yeah, Santos Dumont, world's first men's watch. Let's see how much money they're asking for this. Look at this. This bracelet is $31,000. Holy shit!
That's and it's really both. It's really nice. Magic City bought his wife. Hopefully, she's not watching the show. For Valentine's Day, a ring. So very nice.
Oh, congratulations!
Yeah, awesome.
And then look at this ring.
I think it's a home run. I personally think it's a home run. So that's my personal opinion. But again, everything I say is usually wrong anyway. So it doesn't make a difference.
Look at this new collection, Grand de Cafe ring with diamonds, $15,000 for a ring. They're just printing money here. You see it? Look.
Where do you think they make these
earrings? 26.
What country do you think they make this stuff?
Probably India, somewhere where they're good with gold. They're probably making it in Switzerland, to be honest.
You even think the jewelry's made in Switzerland?
I think so, because that's where the artisans are. But they could probably outsource it. Let me Google it.
Obviously, their watches are Switzerland, or at least 60% of them are made. The components are Switzerland.
I think they're making it in Switzerland because this is where they've got a lot of. So they make it in France, Italy, and Switzerland in specialized workshops. It's all probably even outsourced. Like they have the design and then they send the design. Look, so main location is in France. Okay, Cartier is a French maison headquartered in Paris.
That makes sense. Okay.
Their largest high jewelry workshop in Paris, with nearly 200 craftsmen working under one roof.
Oh, that's cool. I wonder if you could take a tour there.
Probably not for me. They don't want grifters in there. In Italy, they got mass production gold chains and core jewelry. So Cartier has major jewelry manufacturer. That's where Trax NYC orders his chains from Italy. So high-end jewelry, France, chains, Italy, and then in Switzerland they got the largest overall manufacturing facility to make precision metal work,
Oh, isn't
gold
that?
and like gold components and watches.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah. So there you go. So watches is Switzerland because they do like jewelry type of watches.
And by the way, how does your mom like her watch, her Cartier watch?
She loves it.
Does she wear it every day, or she just wears it during special occasions?
And she wears it every day. Her
Okay,
daily beater.
there's the answer then too. Okay, nice.
Yeah, look at all
Right,
this stuff.
guys,
This is
12
why
o'clock here. I have to depart. It was good seeing you. Thanks for all the
Yeah,
advice.
good seeing you, Red. It's good
Red.
seeing you.
I'll see you.
Thank
I'll
you
see
for
you
Have a
joining.
good night. Come back soon. You're the
Stay
wingman.
focused on kicking ass, okay?
I'll stay focused. I'll try. Okay, see you.
Cool. Cool. Take care. Good night, badass.
Yeah, good. Yeah, badass. Yeah.
And Mike Lewis says, Tim, why is Cartier jumping hours selling for crazy money on the gray market? Because it's super limited. I think it's like only 10 pieces.
All right, hold on. I've never seen this.
It's this one right here. Here, I'll pull it up.
I never knew they had a jumping hours.
Yeah, this one right here. The Guilloche. The one that
Oh, yeah, okay.
this is literally the watch that AP ripped off. Now,
AP, they
or
all
they
have,
brought it back.
they all have them now. Even like,
Yeah,
you know, Ward has one. I don't get these. I really
it's
don't.
because
Someone just came out with a new one, Timmy. Some brand just came out with one of those, just like today. I go, not one of these. I don't like the whole dial thing. You can't see the dial.
it's this one.
Yeah.
It's but it's a statement piece. 150 pieces limited edition. It's not even that limited, to be honest. 150 pieces. But I guess you know what? Actually, it is kind of limited because they haven't made this watch for many years. So there's if you want, and they're probably the ones, the makers of this. Let me just check here.
How much do they want for that?
They want 190,000.
Oh, that's stupid money. That's just stupid for that.
Yeah.
In all due respect,
But-
I'd buy a tourbillon. I'd buy a tourbillon like AP Royal Oak for that. Okay.
But you know what? It's different, right? In the world of steel sports, it's in the game. This is something different. This is Art Deco making a comeback. Cartier first designed this watch in 1928. Okay.
Yeah, I don't care about that. I think this is
It's history. This is why.
okay.
Why it's important.
Yeah, the
It's
movement,
like an instrument.
the movement better be damn good for that price.
It's a jumping hour.
Yeah, I get it.
In-house movement. It's a basic movement, but the thing is, these are very limited, especially from Cartier. They revived it back in 1997, and now they're reviving it again for 2025.
Makes sense.
And look, all other brands are following suit.
Anyway, I just think there's probably going to be a little drop for Rolex and for every other brand of sales, just maybe about 5 or 10% over time, because I think the watch market was going crazy before. Now it's just getting back to normal. That's what I think. But prices are still really expensive. They're going to stay expensive, if not more. Purchasing power to buy a watch is going to be harder and harder. You know?
Mm-hmm.
So there's a couple new things if you want to jump to a couple new top watch topics.
I just want to finish with the Rolex discussion here. Just to wrap it up, right? We talked about that maybe Rolex is cutting the supply for the control purposes to control. They have certain demand, and they're dropping down in response to demand, lower demand, or maybe they want to make their watches even more desirable in the times where or the other brands seem to be overproducing. So, but because important to know, they're still dominating Swiss watch sales by a massive margin. 6 years, Cartier could overtake them. Possible, possible. That's why I think Rolex is experimenting with cufflinks.
And AP has jumped a lot.
AP jumped. Yeah, AP is killing it. Um, so
I think their boutique idea is still the smartest idea that any watch company has done. I think they all are eventually going to go to that. They own their own boutiques. Even Patek still, even though they have boutiques, they're not owned by Patek, and so they control everything. They control the whole supply line.
yeah, they want to sell fewer units. They want to keep the prices high, and they want to increase brand dominance.
Yeah,
It's a strategy. The brand strategy. Boom, boom, boom. It's
yeah,
premiumization, right? In action, right? Fewer watches, higher mixture, and stronger margins. Right? That's what
exactly.
Cartier is really good at. Very strong margins.
And
Their
Richard,
jewelry is very simple looking, very easy to manufacture, very iconic, and massive margins.
and Omega dropped a lot. And I think one of the reasons why they dropped is I think they diluted their brand with uh, swatch groups like all their Omega plastic watches.
But you know what? Yeah, exactly. They ruined their brand
They ruined their brand. Yeah,
by creating a cheap, nasty alternative.
yeah,
This is what Rolex doesn't do, right? This is Rolex, by the way. Rolex is not your friend. They're not doing this to help customers, right? Lower
yeah.
production is not going to mean shorter wait lists. Okay, it's they're doing this in order to keep the wait lists long. They're reinforcing the AD kind of scarcity. Um, they want it. They want to make fewer pieces so that those AD lists could stay long. It also keeps great prices high, which keeps also demand. A lot of people, not everybody who buys Rolex buys it because it holds value on the gray market, but there are a large proportion of people that do. So even though some secondary prices flattened recently, steel sports models remain supply constrained, right? Like Bark and Jack was talking about that. The Rolex Submariner is below retail on the gray market or at retail, or and like for example, I uh, gray market would only give me 6,500 for the Air King, but that's pretty good money. 6,500. Whereas you can't even sell a Breitling to a gray market. They're not even
No,
going to look at you.
he
Okay.
is exactly correct. Yes.
And also gray market is selling these for 10. They might, lower the price to 9 or 8, depending how cheap they bought it for. But then also you can't get these from the AD. If you walk in, you can't get an Air King. They'll make you wait maybe 3 to 6 months.
Yes. Exactly correct.
So yeah, it's supply versus demand, right? It's all economics, and Rolex is playing economics because they're not constrained by fiduciary responsibility. They can't make enough watches, right? People think, right? Rolex wants people to think that they can't make enough watches, right? But the reality is that Rolex chooses not to flood the market. Okay, that's I think, the big difference. They got
Agree.
their narrative. There's not enough watchmakers. We can't meet this demand. No, they don't want to, because oversupply hurts resale. Resale supports brand perception, and brand perception drives demand. It's a feedback loop. Okay,
Yeah. Agreed. Definitely
and
agree.
and there's also a lot of like macro factors behind this whole move, right? We got China luxury slowdown. We got tariffs, right, in United States, creates a lot of volatility. We've got global economic uncertainty, right? There's war with Iran. There's presidents being kidnapped out of Venezuela. There's all kinds of shenanigans going on.
That was awesome. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
but it's
I
all
get it. I get it.
shenanigans,
Yeah.
right? It's not the world is not a safe place.
It never was, but
So
that's okay.
cutting production in this environment is financially prudent, right? They're very prudent. They're like they don't spend more that they don't make, right? It's protecting the brand and protecting their narrative, right?
Well, I agree. I agree.
So
I agree.
yeah.
So I got a few quickies for you if we're done with this topic.
I think I don't know. Anybody in the chat has any comments regarding this before we leave this thing, guys? If you have any comments, questions regarding this Rolex topic before we leave it for good, let us know. If you have any super chats,
Boxer fans thinks Cartier taking over Rolex with a bunch of laughs. Too funny, so he doesn't think that's going to happen. Okay.
disagrees. It's okay to disagree.
We like that. I can see that too.
We want our views to be challenged.
But I think Cartier is going to cut more and more into Rolex's market share. That's what I think. I could be wrong. And they've got the stores to do it. And the stores are owned by Cartier. They're not. Rolex doesn't own a lot of their stores. A lot of their ADs.
Boxer says Rolex has 1,200 ADs worldwide. If they make 1.2 million watches, that's basically 1,000 watches per AD per year. Basically 20 to 30 pieces per week. The numbers don't lie.
No, that's true, but you've got to figure that New York probably gets, like, if you just take the United States. I can't talk about other countries because I don't know. But if you take a look at United States, I would imagine New York probably has 30% of the market for Rolex, and like LA has like 27%. That's what I would imagine. And then the rest like spickled to all these to all these no-name ADs. That's what I think.
Yeah.
Okay. I think it's going to be incredible once Rolex puts their new boutique on Fifth Avenue in New York, because I bet you they're going to be selling like 30 to even more than 30% of their in the United States. Hey, Timmy, that's a fresh start for you too. If you walk in and say, I want this and this and this.
I have no money. All my
it
money.
Doesn't all by
I
the
need
time
to find a way to make more money.
When is the boutique going to open up in New York? Next year?
A Rolex boutique?
Yeah, on the 5th.
It's going to open up this year.
Okay. So
Probably
it's going to open up before the holidays. Okay.
Yeah.
All
Should
right.
I start a new relationship there?
Yeah, you should start a new relationship there and just open up and just put your name down for a bunch of crap. That's all.
And to flip it?
And to flip them. Yeah.
I have no problem with that.
And you can probably flip even the cheap stuff and make $200.
I have to do that, I guess, right? To make money, to pay rent.
Hey,
if that's what I have to do, then that's what I have to do.
That's what you have to do.
Right? You got to do what you got to do.
You can be a backpack flipper.
Look, soon
get yourself a Montclair backpack, and you can be a backpack flipper. So anyway,
it's better than sucking dick in the back alley for $20 a pop, right?
Yeah, that's true. Probably,
Yeah.
So I sent you a brand that I've never heard of before.
Oh, so I'm just gonna close it with this, guys. Rolex did not cut production because they're weak. They cut production because they're so powerful that they could do it. They could afford to do it. Okay. There you go. Okay. You sent me the link.
Yeah, but it's boxer fans knows a lot about Rolex. It appears, and he's probably spot on. 70% of total Rolex production are Datejust. I can see that. Sports Rolex
Introducing Bianche Ultra Fino Monaco, more than just a new colorway. That's a Richard Mille knockoff. Why would I buy this garbage?
75,000.
Why would I buy this?
Huh?
Why would
I
I
don't
buy
know.
this?
Have you ever heard of this brand?
Garbage. It looks like shit. Well, it's just a knockoff of the Richard Mille and Hublot.
It looks like something from Amazon.
Dog shit. It looks like the Chinese made.
Well, why are they asking 75? Why are they asking?
Out of their fucking mind. They think, hey, if you can't get Richard Mille, get this. It's just as good.
Well, I figured I'd just show you that because I never heard of this brand before. I don't even know where they're from.
What a knockoff.
Okay, it's some brand, but this article is going to be, it's identical to an RM. Identical.
Disaster.
It almost looks like a 6702. Not as thin.
Yeah. What a piece of shit.
Now look at that. They're at boat racing. Look at that. Look at that.
Yeah, they give a bunch of money to a boat team. It's just the typical move. Bunch of investors got together. They said, hey, what's it gonna cost us to get that company that makes movements for Jacob & Co. to make a movement for us, and we'll case it up. We'll give $1 million to a boat company, and we'll market it like this with new RM.
Yeah, I've never heard of this company before in my life.
Yeah, and exactly, and then they think they can come in, and they can ask $75,000 for it, limited to 98 pieces.
There you go.
This is like,
it's another event. It's another event. Yeah, Versace boy. It's another event. It really is.
Well,
I get a kick out of it.
I think this might be a legitimate company. Like Aventi is a scam.
I don't know.
It was started out probably as a scam. They always wanted to turn it into a scam because they never had a facility. The guys that started Aventi were just a bunch of scammers. They were not watch people. Okay?
Yeah.
They outsourced everything.
Yeah, this looks like it's probably outsourced too. I bet you the movement outsourced.
I think these guys are a little bit more legitimate than Aventi. I think these guys are trying to do Aventi the right way.
Look, the case looks like crap.
It does. Ultra fino. Look, it's amazing, right? It's amazing. But for this money, and it's the same. We've already seen this. It's RM. We've seen this watch. This is why
it's 6702. Yeah, no, I agree.
It already exists. This does not need to exist. It's kind of like that Bark and Jack collab with Christopher Ward. It's just a Submariner. We're already seeing it. It's a Submariner with the Bark and Jack on the dial.
No, I agree.
It's a RM with a different logo.
Look how ugly that sucker is. 75K. Okay.
RM actually looks better.
Oh no, I like RMs. I don't care what anyone says. I like RMs. Some of them. Hey, real quick. There's a great article about F1, which I just sent.
It's in-house tourbillon.
There you go. That's the reason why it's so much.
Yeah, but in-house, what does that mean?
It's actually cheap for a tourbillon.
Oh, they have another one. They have a date version as well. Partners and friends. Who are the partners? Look, it's some rich guy wanted to start a watch company, right? If you got $1 billion, you can start a watch company.
He's got tennis.
Yeah, give a bunch of watches to your.
Oh, isn't that interesting? Okay, this guy dated Sharapova like 10 years ago.
Really?
He was He was the mini Roger Federer, except he's never won a big major, the 4 slams.
Mm-hmm.
Great player though. I didn't know that. He's old. He's in his 30s now.
He's probably friend of this investor who started this company.
Yeah.
If I had
there it is. Okay.
They're just probably in the same circles. And they're doing the same marketing strategy as Richard Mille.
Yes,
because that's what Richard Mille did. He was friends with or like he was in those circles with super celebrities, but like actual #1 people, not the guys that didn't win the Grand Slam.
Yeah, he got the top dogs.
Yeah, he got the top dogs, and he gave them the watches, and he said, "Here, you wear these watches on the tennis court."
Yeah.
And then you'll be able to sell them for 100,000. So they're like, "Fuck yeah, we'll do it," and they did. But this is just like a cheap alternative to that.
Well,
Who's this guy? Alexander.
Oh yeah, no, he's good too, but he's
another
no top
Russian.
He's like top 20.
Top 20, okay. Yeah, I don't want a watch from the top 20 guy. I want the #1. That's why. It's cheaper to get Rolex. Federer wears Rolex. #1, it's cheaper to get a Rolex than this watch. And this is like #20, guys.
Yeah, and like Alcaraz is #1. Alcaraz is #1 too.
What's the guy? Look, this guy, you go to Rolex website. Hold on a second. You go to the Rolex website. Wait a second. Hold on a second.
Rolex. Also Federer Swiss.
Oh,
so it's like he's like a home run for Rolex.
Oh, well, but the other guys, the other 2 top tennis players,
both
wear Rolex.
Alcaraz, the new who just won the Australian Open, he wears it. Yeah, no, I understand it's
exactly. And so
why
would I want?
They're the 2, 1, and 2. No, I agree. I agree with you 100%.
There we go. The Rolex, and it's cheaper to get a Rolex. What the hell? Why would I want to get the top 20 guys watch if I can get the #1 guy and spend fraction?
I agree. I'm in your camp on that one. Yeah,
dumb. That's why it's just a marketing ploy.
Absolutely. But it's fascinating how they do this. So, okay, so that's the brand that I've never heard of.
I mean, look, it's a great website, right? They're doing everything right. They're building the brand the correct way, I think. But it's just, do we need another Richard Mille clone? Do we really need it?
It's a Richard Mille wannabe. Yeah.
Yeah. I think not.
Yeah.
If you want the hype, because they're trying to be like hype. People say, "Oh yeah, Richard Mille is hype." That's what these guys are trying to be as well. They're trying to be hype, but it's too late. Come up with something new. You know what I mean? Come up with new idea.
I agree. So you're gonna like the next one though. The next one's watches of the F1.
Ooh, okay.
Which just came out today.
Teddy Baldassar watches of 10 F1 drivers and their favorite watches. Okay, here we go. Okay, who's this guy? Because he's got the
I don't know any of these guys. So in the chat, whoever, if you know them, God bless you. I don't know any of these people.
Okay, here we go. So this is Algerian French driver Isaac Hadjar. Let's see. Okay, good looking guy.
And then
got a Formula One. Very nice.
It's a tag, and they're
sponsored probably by
they're sponsored by Tag. Yep. Yeah. And that model has the Valjoux movement in it.
That's a cheap watch. I think they sell it for 5,000.
Yeah, 4,500, 5,000. You can get it on Jama Shop for like $3,800.
Yeah, they're going to be 2,000 soon. It's a great.
I think it's a great watch. I actually put this on. This summer. It was a red strap one, and it's a big watch, except the strap, because it doesn't have the lugs. It does go down. I mean, I've got a 6.5-inch wrist. It fit perfectly. I was actually surprised. I did try this on. at the tag store in Newport, Rhode Island.
It's a decent looking piece.
Yeah.
Right? It's a decent looking piece. It's
It ain't
cheap.
bad. It ain't bad. There's nothing wrong with it.
It's the cheaper category. It's the entry level for Tag Heuer.
Yep.
I think
from
kind of for F1, it kind of looks like an F1 car, right? With a lot of interesting elements going on the dial, different colors, different materials. It's cool. Rubber,
It's a good cheap.
carbon,
It's a good cheap watch. If I had my
pattern.
choice between this and the Bark and Jack watch, I'd pick this.
They're similar price. Yeah, at least this is a unique watch.
Yeah.
I mean, it's F. Do they have F1? I think it's F1 spot. But this is like a F1 driver. Bark and Jack, he makes videos, but then he goes like on a hike, right? Cosplaying like he's some big hiker.
Yeah,
That's what I didn't like. You know honestly that kind of triggered me a little bit.
Corey Richards one.
Yeah, he's cosplaying Corey Richards. Like, come on, man. You know, it would have been more genuine if he was like in the studio. Just stick to the studio. But he went out and did the cosplay. It's like
he didn't need to go to the English countryside or the Scottish countryside for that. No, I agree.
Yeah. And then he has a cameraman to record him. It makes no sense. You know what I mean? It makes no sense. Like Corey Richards would be hiking a mountain. He'll bring a cameraman with him to photograph him because he's not a camera guy. He's not a photographer. He's a hiker. Bark and Jack, he's the camera guy. He's the video guy, but he has a video guy videoing him. What world are we in? It makes no sense.
I agree with you 100%.
Like if I'm going to do, when I did hiking videos, I recorded myself. Like I'm the camera guy. I'm not like a expert professional mega hiker. I'm a video guy.
I agree.
Amateur video guy, an amateur hiker. What the hell do I need a camera guy to record myself? Like freaking dude, you know that video, the video that he did, this one? You know this video right here where he's like hiking? My watch channel did a better video. You know, like, and he's an actual outdoors guy. Here, let me pull it up. My watch channel did the same video.
Yeah, my watch channel. My watch channel.
Yeah, my watch channel did the same video.
Right. You're right. You're right.
Like this one right here. It's the same. But this guy, Chris, he's an actual outdoors guy. He's a hunter.
Yeah, he's a Ernest Hemingway of a community. Yeah, absolutely.
And he does the video for fun, to review a watch. Freaking took a video. Look, he's on the boat, dude. Like he's on the boat fishing.
Yeah, ex-military.
He's not cosplaying fishing. He actually caught a fish and freaking grilled it. He cut it open and grilled it right there by the side of the lake.
Yeah. No,
okay? He actually did this stuff.
This is like the real thing, and Bark and Jack is the false thing. No, I agree.
And so it makes no sense. Like
it's a total farce. That's the upsetting thing on my side.
It triggered me, man. I was like, yo, this is ridiculous.
It's phony.
Yeah.
No, I understand. I'm in the same.
I understand if he was doing, hikes.
No, I understand if he was like that. He's not.
He's not. No, he doesn't do that kind of stuff.
The whole thing's phony. No, I agree. I tend to agree with you.
Like this guy, Craig Adams, right? This motherfucker. This guy is a professional hiker. Look at the shit that this guy does. 75 miles on Alta Via 1. So get this. So he has this. Oh man, this guy does really excellent job. He's a professional hiker. Look, like he goes by himself. He's got his he doesn't need a camera guy, and he's not selling any product.
No, that looks beautiful. That countryside. That's my type of countryside. Yeah. No, I agree.
And he shows you the guide on how you could do the hike as well if you wanted to do it. He gives you the guide.
No, I agree. I agree with you 100%.
Look at it. You know? Oh, there's
Yeah.
like a shoe store. He shows you, how this works.
It's a
Get the
shoe store.
food, wake
Yeah.
up, yeah, change his shoes,
No, I agree. I
you
agree.
know?
No,
Day
the other
two.
thing, the other thing's totally fake.
Look at this. Like he's actually out there. This is hard fucking work. Going up these mountains. They
Agreed.
climbed half a mountain and took a drone footage, like as if they were out there for weeks. And they weren't even doing a hike. You know what I mean? That's what also kind of pissed me off. Like this guy made a video. This is an actual hike. The video is of the hike. The hike that they're doing in the Barking Jack is a commercial to sell a watch. He doesn't do hiking. Why don't you see what Barking Jack should have done? He should have partnered with somebody like this, a professional mountaineer, okay? And did a video where he records him. But obviously, this guy doesn't need to be recorded. He can record himself. I don't understand why Barker Jack can't record himself. Makes no fucking sense. Look, this guy's got 812,000 subscribers. Got 3 times as many subscribers as Barking Jack. He can record himself. Barking Jack can't record himself. What the fuck? What world are we living in?
I
mean?
I agree.
It's all fucking upside down. We live in the parallel universe.
Well, we'll see. We'll see how well he does with those watches. Today was the last day to buy them. Today is the last day, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, he's gonna sell them, but like, is this ethical? I just feel the whole thing is just I feel really disgusted by YouTube.
Agreed 100%.
Anyways, it's
back to the F1. Again, back to the F1.
Boxer, yeah, I know about the Camino de Santiago. Roommate actually wants to do it as well, but how can I do it?
How can you do it with her? She's going to complain.
With her, yeah, she's gonna complain. What do I do? Do I take off? I can't even take off time from YouTube. I'm making no money. Today I made $20, maybe even less, for 3 hours of work. I'm making less than the minimum wage. How do I do it?
I don't know.
What the hell? What do I don't know. It's all fucked. There's
Because
no, and that's the thing. Maybe you know what? There is no money in honest work. You just have to be a scammer. You just have to. Just marketing, maybe that's it. Maybe I just have to just suck it up and just start lying to people and selling them product or some bullshit. Maybe they don't want to hear the truth anyways. Truth doesn't pay.
Maybe you should do a watch collab with somebody.
No, I don't want to do collabs. It's just I don't know. I don't know. Lewis Hamilton, fuck yeah. Got RM. That's the proper luxury watch. That's another Ferrari.
What model is that? Do you know?
That's the new one. What's up?
Good looking watch.
Why do you need this?
Yeah, I think this is really a good looking watch.
You like that? Okay, then you peel that one off and put it against the wall.
What you gonna do? The Valentine Day is coming. What you gonna do for your girlfriend?
He's taking her out to a restaurant, to 3 Michelin star restaurant.
Can I be your girlfriend?
Get out of here, man! Get out of here! Get out of here, roommate!
I like this 3-star Michelin.
Get out of here! You see her? You see her? Red needs to hear this. You see her? Women like rich men that can take them out.
She's already jumping.
No, because I'm not eating much the big food, so I like Michelin. That's the reason I like Michelin.
Boxer fan, thank you so much for $50 super chat towards new hiking boots, dude. That's incredible. Thank you. We're actually gonna go on the hike with roommate. So
no, you're gonna regret that, but that's okay.
I appreciate it. I'll use it for some tacos.
Boxer fan, thanks.
Gonna go hiking. We'll get the tacos. Yeah, Boxer fans send $50 super chat.
Have you ever met Boxer fans?
I don't think so. No, okay. I don't think so. He's got a gold Daytona though in the. It's a Le Mans by the looks of it. Gold Le Mans.
Boxer fans, where are you from? Are you what?
Timothy, tell your girlfriend. I'm so envy your girlfriend.
There you go. See, you got that?
They want rich men.
You better.
That's what
Rich,
they want.
rich,
That's
rich.
why I told Red, just focus on making that money. Just focus on growing your business and you know, bringing in more cash. That's it. That's all they want. If I had the money, the roommate would be more happy. But I can't figure it out. I need to. I don't know. I need to figure it out. In 2026, No Fold told me 2026 is the year of the Tim Wright. We're gonna figure it out, guys.
And Norfolk would know because he's the numbers guy.
Mm-hmm.
Because the 3-star Michelin must be expensive.
It's expensive. Yeah, $300 per person.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And the service.
Oh yeah, if you go to Paris, you need to go to Tour de Jean. You really do.
Tour de Jean.
You go. It will cost you $1,000. Hey, cost you $1,000 for two. Timmy, book it like whenever you're going to Paris. Book it like 3 months in advance.
For Francie, it's usually Michelin.
It's hard, man. It's all very difficult.
Hey, Ray. What are you doing? It's really right now. Really late night.
Oh, he's New York City. Oh wow.
Oh
Hey,
wow.
Boxer fan, if we're doing a watch meetup in March, if you wanna join us, send me an email, hello@timwright.com. I think you might be interested. There's gonna be some very interesting people attending, some heavy hitters in the watch community. It's a special event, so if you're a big watch collector,
Is that during the watch show?
Red Shovel is coming.
Oh no
Even.
kidding. That's great.
Yeah, he's coming down. It's March 7th.
Nice.
Big watch community meetup. Some very interesting members of the watch community are gonna be there. If you're interested, let me know. Send me an email. It's hello@timwright.com.
So the next question I have for Boxer fans is: Are you East Side or are you West Side or are you like below 14th, below like Houston Street?
Probably one of those East Side. I'm thinking. My guess East Side.
Well, he could be Tribeca.
Rebecca is cool.
He could be Tudor City. Yeah, East Side. He could be Tudor City or Sutton Place. Yeah. Okay. Anyway. All right, we're gonna keep on going with this thing, or we dead in the water?
Okay. Yeah, I have to go.
Okay.
That's a good show. It's a good show. Maybe we'll finish this one tomorrow. I like this this article here. We can tackle it tomorrow.
Good. Teddy Ball.
Because this is a full on. It's like a great discussion. Actually, I don't want to do it today because I'm feeling like I'm spent. You know, I used all my energy.
Also, it's Valentine's Day, so everyone needs to like I'm making pizzas with my chickie poo here. I'm making pizzas in her new pizza oven that's outside. It's gas fired, which is going to be interesting. And then we haven't even. There's not that much setup for it. But those pizza ovens cost a fortune to me. I didn't realize they're like over $1,000.
They're expensive.
They're expensive for like using it for twice. Okay, I didn't want it. It's stupid money. Anyway.
Yeah. It's expensive stuff.
Yeah, we're getting we're buying flowers. You got to buy your wife flowers, Timmy.
Yeah.
All right.
What do I do? What do I do? Why is YouTube so hard?
We got to go. We'll do F1. We'll do F1 tomorrow. See you later, community.
The Rolex news. We had a little bit of drama talk about dating and stuff. And roommate just proved the whole point. See? Women expect something. You see? It's just gotta keep grinding.
Hey, you got a super chat to me.
Andrew McQueen send us for the night. Thank you so much. Keep your chin up, or 3 chins. I need to keep like 3 chins ends up. Great show. Thank you so much, Andrew. Glad you enjoyed it. Guys, thank you so much for all of your support, for watching, for engaging in the chat. Big shout out to the chat. You guys keep the show going. Thank you so much to everybody who super chats, the people who PayPal. Really appreciate the support. Can't do the show without you. And 2026, we're gonna grab the show by the nutsack. Okay, time out. Tim out. Tim G, thank you for joining me tonight as well. And we're out of here.